Hello my lovelies, this is an A4 sheet of copy paper, and out of this I'm going to make something called a zine. I have showed you how to do this before, but I just thought I'd refresh myself and refresh your memory as well. It was a couple of years ago that I made these, so you know it's been a little while, so it's time to click the mind into process again, into thinking. So a little piece of cotton fabric that I've zigzagged some elastic on the back and put a little button just for decoration on the front. I don't know what happened there. Oh, that's just the elastic. Okay, that is my closure for this little book. Now, a zine, it's spelled Z-I-N-E. It is short for magazine. Now, magazine is, you all know what magazines are. They're little books or big books that have information in them. You can read, you can look at the pictures. These two particular ones I'm going to show you are just for looking at. There's a few words up there, but you know, they're basically just for sitting down, having a cup of tea with something to look at. So these are all vintage ladies. And these were available at the time from Scrimping Mummy's Ko-fi shop. So it's very pretty, and they look quite lovely just scattered around on a table. If you know, you've got some guests coming, pop a couple of these on your coffee table. Why not? And this one is Vintage Ballerinas, also from Scrimping Mummy. And I've just backed the photographs on black and put some diamantes on them. And they're beautiful old-fashioned styles, absolutely gorgeous. I love the costumes, they're just so pretty. So I thought I would show you how to make one of these. That's what we're going to end up with, that's what we're going to have. This is the shape of the book. And to do that, we need to, let me just put that one over there because I'm going to need to refer to that. We're going to have to do some very precision type folding and make it very accurate. Otherwise, it is going to mess up. Fold it once in halves lengthwise. Make sure your folds are nice and crisp. Fold it in halves the other way. Once again, get those folds down nice and crisp. And then fold it in halves again, the same way. Okay, open out your booklet so far. And I just put my ruler in because I'm going to cut between here and here. So you need a blade. Try not to go any further than that crease. All right, so what we have, once you refold it, is that. And then you just need to bring this one out and crease along that one on the reverse side so that it's folding like that, which is the same as our booklet there. Now to make our booklet, we're going to push those up and bring them around. You have to redo your creases, and that's perfectly all right. All right, so now we have a diamond. Now this one we will bring over. And the other one we will put behind. Okay, so we still have a little booklet there. And now it's the decoration time. You can, if you wish, just run a little bit of glue along there to hold that page down, or just even around the corner. And I might do that. Not might do it, I will do it. Or even a piece of double-sided tape. That would be all right too. I'll use my thin stuff because we don't need very much. Just a little bit to hold the book closed. So there's one piece there. And the other one is here in the middle of the book. Oh, goodness me. Now, I had a little think while I was rediscovering these little books that this could be something that you could prepare a young parent with if you are so inclined and the child is young enough. Of course, your grandchild or whoever you're looking after is young enough, but just old enough to learn how to colour. I went through my Aussie colouring book. Now let me just show you. I bought this from a Big W store, and it's all, whoopsie, that little piece is one I wasn't going to use. But it's just gorgeous. You've got all sorts of Australian animals doing all sorts of things. And I thought if I cut out some of these, I could use them as a little mini colouring book. Now, if you're running a fete or a trading table of some sort, you could make up several of these and get little packets of short pencils and make a little dilly bag for them to put into your handbag. So when your little child is getting a bit restless, you can pull it out and you can start a conversation. Like, what is the koala doing? What is this? Is this a kangaroo? Or is it a wombat? No, silly, it's a koala. And what's it doing? Is it playing tennis? No. Is it playing football? No. What's it doing? Playing cricket. And then you could introduce the pencils and give them to the child and let them colour in one while you are previously occupied talking to someone else or just having a quiet moment with the child. You can do this quite easily. So it's something to think about. Even for your own little grandchildren, you make up several of these and have them at special occasions, because little ones can't control themselves all the time. You know, if it's a dinner or a family function and the little ones start to get restless, you could sit them down at a coffee table with pencils and little books all of their own, and they don't take very long to make. So let's decorate this one. And decoration for this particular book is just literally sticking these things onto 8 pages. It's 8 little pictures. It'll occupy their little minds for quite a while. All right, let's use the double-sided tape again. And this time I'm going to use my big stuff, because it's got a little bit more to hold on to. Now, I'm not going to be putting any, in-your-face type decorations on this, because I want the colouring pages to be the focal point. I could have had all this tape done beforehand, but I didn't. I'm sorry. I spent my time, edging the little pages to make them look good. That's about the only extra thing I've done, apart from folding the paper and sticking these into the little book. You know, you could put some words in there if you wanted to, little stickers, or write some words, put the child's name on the front of the book if you wanted to. You know, it's up to you what you do with it. But I just thought this was a lovely way to occupy a child's mind. I wish I'd known about it when my kids were little. Not that they were naughty. You know, sometimes functions can get a bit overwhelming for children, and they just need to be able to settle. When I started getting restless, you know, we let them go for a little while and then we took them home. Most of the time, though, we visited grandparents, and the grandparents were very tolerant. They would, they'd sort them out for me, you know. I'm at your house, Grandma. It's your rules. You sort it. Oh, whoops, that wasn't well planned. I need to trim that little piece off. Well, guess what? This is only going to be a sampler. Because that's wonky to start with. That's not a good example to show you, is it? So note to self, right over on the edge there. Okay, 1 page done. Let's see if I can get better at this. You know what I should do? I should do all the tape stuff first, and then take it all off, and then stick them in the book. It's so much easier to set yourself up a little production line. Tell you what, I'll just do this one, and then I'll turn the camera off, finish it all, and come back and show you the finished booklet. I think that would be fair, because you don't want to be sitting here for 30 minutes watching me double-sided tape everything and then taking it all off and then sticking it all on, and just 1 or 2 is enough, I think. I haven't even gone so far as to think about a closure for this. That's better. There's a little yellow border around everything. Yep, I like that. Okay, I will be back in a few minutes. Okay, that wasn't long, was it? I'm done all by the last one, and I thought I'd do that with you so that then we can have a look all the way through the little booklet. I've been racking my brain while I've been sitting here doing these last few pages about how I could decorate this book. Lace would be gorgeous, top and bottom of each page, but then you can't use it for a little boy because they're not lacy people. I really don't know what I could do. When I say little boys aren't lacy people, I don't mean to be disparaging about that, but traditionally boys are not into lace. So that's something that sort of came into my mind and went straight out again. But this is it so far. We've got a little koala playing cricket, going on a bus ride. You could talk about who it is, what's that, who's that, what colour could the flowers be, what colour could the car be. You know, you can have a conversation with all of these pages. What could possibly this lady be, or this little person be selling? Is it a Lamington roll? Is it a bottle of sauce? Or is it a hot towel with some oil and hand cream? And what's Mama Chuka do? What's she doing? What are these people doing? Oh, what are they sitting on? Looks a bit like a jetty or a fence, doesn't it? Or it might be, because the dolphin might be coming up to have a look at them. And what's this person doing? Hang on a sec. Let's go back a couple of pages. What did we work out she could be doing? And look what she's standing on. It looks very similar to what the people are sitting on at the back here. They're having a picnic. So you could colour the picnic rug, you could colour the fruit box, you could colour the cake. You could do whatever. But how you decorate it any further than this, I really do not know. I haven't stretched my imagination to think on that. I really am at a bit of a loss. But that's the start of the project anyway. So where it goes from there is your imagination. All you need is a colouring book. And it doesn't have to be, you know, if you're doing it for an adult, that's sort of, I'd sit here and I'd colour that in, no problems. But then I'm a crafty person. So, but if you know someone who likes to colour in and they're an adult, get a larger sheet of paper, get an A3 sheet and make it bigger so you can put maybe a small mandala on it or something like that, you know, and a mindful colouring in sheet. And just make one. Do whatever you want to do with it, lovelies. I'm going to love and leave you now. I've got a couple of things I need to get done, but I'll just put those there as a little teaser to your memory box. And with that, I'm going to love and leave you. I will catch up with you in the next video. Stay safe. Bye-bye now.